Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, and welcome to Goldenrod City, where the Cinnabar Flare are challenging the Goldenrod Giants. Cinnabar Flare are going to start out with Arcanine and Darmanitan, the Unovan Darmanitan, and Blissey and Miltank are going to start out for the Goldenrod Giants. Let us know in the comments below who you think is going to win today's battle, Goldenrod Giants or the Cinnabar Flare. Arcanine's Intimidate is going to lower the attack of both Miltank and Blissey to get this battle started before it even really begins. As always, this is a 6-on-6 Metronome battle. And if we do hit that 20-minute time, we will go into single battle overtime. Miltank's going to start out with a snipe shot, by the way, which is going to be super effective on whoever it hits. Going straight for Darmanitan and taking it down into the yellow with that critical hit. Arcanine's going to look to respond strongly for its teammate, surely. And no, it's not. It's going to go with a healing wish. Oh my god, this is a terrible start. Arcanine, who has been so impressive so far, has just eliminated itself with its very first move. That is terrible for the Cinnabar Flare, who are actually coming off their first loss of the season last week. Darmanitan's going to go with a Poison Fang onto Miltank. And now Blissey has an opportunity to target Darmanitan. It's going to go with an Electric Terrain, so an Electric Terrain is going to fill the field. This will actually boost Electric type attack. But I cannot believe Arcanine just used the Healing Wish to take itself out of the battle to no benefit whatsoever of the Cinnabar Flare. Arcanine, who has been amazing so far this season. And we have Charizard now coming out onto the field. Charizard coming with that 109 special attack and 100 base speed. So it'll actually give Miltank a run for its money in the speed department, who also has 100 base speed. Charizard's going to go first and going to go with an attack order. And it's going to target Miltank. Decent damage so far being done to Miltank between Darmanitan and Charizard. Miltank with an opportunity to respond is going to go with a Bone Rush, but thanks to Charizard's flying typing, it's not going to affect it, whereas it would have been super effective on Darmanitan. Darmanitan's going to go with the Retaliate, so this will be super effective whoever it hits, and goes for Miltank, and Miltank is eliminated by Darmanitan. Amazing hit. Darmanitan with that impressive 140 base attack. It's a very good hit. Blissey now looking to respond, and it's going to go with a Leaf Blade, so this won't be very effective on whoever it hits. Going for Darmanitan. Very minimal damage. Blissey having the highest base stat of any Pokemon in the entire Elite Challenge League with a 255 base HP. Porygon Z now coming onto the field for the Goldenrod Giants. Porygon has that 135 special attack. So Bullet Punch now coming from Charizard. Welcoming Porygon Z onto the field. Darmanitan gonna go with a Blue Flare, so it's gonna get that stab boost. It's gonna target Blissey. Blissey taking its first damage of the battle. Porygon Z now is gonna go with the Sand Tomb. This needs to go for Darmanitan, and it does. And it actually eliminates Darmanitan with that super effective move. So that's now 2 Pokemon down for the Cinnabar Flare, and 1 down for the Goldenrod Giants. Blissey's going to look to target Charizard, but instead goes with a Rest, but that Electric Terrain prevents it from falling asleep. Now we have our 4th Pokemon coming onto the field for the Cinnabar Flare, and it's going to be Ninetales. Ninetales has that 100 base speed as well as that 100 special defense. As always, in the description below, we have a link to our Instagram page for regular fixture updates. You can always go check that out. Gravity now coming from Ninetales. This is actually not going to benefit the Cinnabar Flare because it's going to pull Charizard down to Earth, so now Charizard can take damage from ground type attacks. Gonna get a Giga Impact now coming from Charizard. And it's going straight for Porygon Z. Very big hit on Porygon Z, taking it down into the yellow. Porygon Z with its opportunity to respond. But can't use the Magnetize due to the gravity. Air Slash now coming from Blissey. Looks like it's going to go for Charizard. Charizard taking its first damage of the battle. Currently sitting 14th are the Goldenrod Giants. They've just lost their last 2 battles, so they definitely want to win here. They want to try and work their way up into the 8. We're a third of the way through the season with this round, so they're definitely needing to capitalise. Earth Power now coming from Porygon Z. This will hit Ninetales. Super effective, taking Ninetales down into the yellow. Porygon Z doing very well so far with a short time on the field. Blissey's going to go with a Thunder Fang. If it can go for Charizard, this will be super effective, and it does. It's not going to do much damage. Blissey having a very low attack stat of only 10. And there goes that Electric Terrain from the battlefield. Cinnabar Flare are currently sitting equal tied for first, so they're on top of the ladder currently. But like I said, they're coming off their first loss of the season. They don't want 2 losses in a row. Iron Defense for Ninetales. Gonna boost that defense stat. Charizard now. Gonna go with an Earthquake. This is actually gonna hit everyone on the field, which means it's gonna hit Ninetales. Hopefully Ninetales can survive. It's not gonna though, so Charizard has just eliminated its own teammate. This is terrible so far for the Cinnabar Flare. It gets a critical hit on Porygon, however, so at least that benefits the Flare. Porygon's ego's out of the battle. Blissey now looking to respond. Goes with a Healing Wish, so now Blissey's gonna eliminate itself just like Arcanine did earlier in the battle. Unbelievable. 2 Healing Wishes, both by the first Pokemon from each team. I can't believe Blissey just did that. Magmortar now coming onto the field for the Cinnabar Flare. Magmortar looking to redeem itself after last week. Beware. And Bouffalant now coming onto the field for the Goldenrod Giants. Magmortar has that 125 special attack. It's the second highest ranked Pokemon on the Cinnabar Flare. But when all tied up at the moment, we have 3 left each side. We've got Razor Shell coming from Charizard, going straight for Bouffalant. Not a great deal of damage. Magmortar looking to follow it up. Goes with an echoed voice. Going after Beware. Again, not a great deal of damage, but it is going to chip away at it. Beware looking to take advantage of its 125 base attack, and goes with a Jaw Lock. And it's going to target Charizard. Decent hit taking Charizard down into the red. Bouffalant also having that 110 base attack, so both very physical attacking Pokemon. Goes with a Leaf Tornado, so this won't be very effective. Goes for Charizard, barely leaving a mark. However, Charizard's accuracy will be lowered. Charizard now is going to go with the rest, so Charizard's actually going to put itself back, put itself to sleep and put its health back up to 100%, which is brilliant because Charizard was in the red. It's exactly what it needed. This is good. This could potentially be good for the Cinnabar Flare if Charizard can wake up soon. Magmortar is going to go with a Night Slash. Continuing to target Beware. Beware just being chipped away at, even with that not very effective move. Now Beware with an opportunity to respond is going to go with a Gear Grind. It's going to target the sleeping Charizard. So it hits once. It's got 2. It's not very effective and it only gets 2, but it is going to chip away at the sleeping Pokemon. Bouffalant with an opportunity to follow up as well. It's going to go with a Slam. And it's going to target Charizard as well. And Charizard's already been taken back down into the red. Charizard still asleep, but that gravity has worn off, so it's now back being immune to ground type attacks. And it's still asleep, so this rest may actually not be as beneficial as it thought. It's only kept it on the field so far for a little bit longer. Get an Electro Web coming from Magmortar. It's going to hit both opposing Pokemon. Beware being taken down into the yellow, as well as having its speed lowered. Bouffalant's speed also lowered with that move. Beware now going with a Doom Desire, so we'll see this move potentially take effect later on in the battle. Who it'll hit, we don't yet know. Bouffalant now going to go with the Power Trip. It's going to target Magmortar with that move. Not a great deal of damage to Magmortar there. Also in our description below, as always, we have a link to our Google Doc containing ladder, fixture stats, and all the team rosters. And Charizard is still asleep. Magmortar is going to go with the Facade. Targeting Beware, decent hit. Beware almost being taken down into the red. It's going to respond with the Flash Cannon. And this could almost finish off Charizard, even though it's not very effective. And Charizard's hanging in there, even though it's asleep. If Bouffalant can target it here, surely it'll finish it off. It's going to go with the Dragon Pulse. And it goes for Magmortar instead. Charizard definitely needs to wake up. Currently, the midway point, and Charizard has actually woken up, so this could be good for the Cinnabar Flare. They need to get this first elimination. But it's going to go with a Roleplay. Targeting Beware, so Charizard's Blaze is actually going to become unnerved, which Beware has. So it will make the opposing team too nervous to eat their Leopard Berries. Magmortar is going to go with a Play Rough. Targeting Buffon, taking Buffon down into the yellow. Beware's going to go with the flying press. It targets Charizard, and it does, so this surely will, and it will eliminate Charizard with that not very effective move. Charizard is out of this battle. Down to 2 Pokemon left for the Cinnabar Flare, and 3 remaining for the Goldenrod Giants. Buffon's going to go with the Leer, so it's only going to lower the stats of Magmortar, lowering that defense. Final Pokemon now coming out for the Cinnabar Flare. And it's going to be Colossal. Colossal having that 110 base HP as well as the 120 base defense. Magmortar being the quickest Pokemon on the field, which is hard to imagine looking at it, but it's got that 83 base speed. It's going to go with a Phantom Force, which we know will not hit either Bouffalant or Bewear because they're both immune to Ghost-type attacks. Fire Punch now coming from Bewear. Won't be very effective, and it's going to go for Colossal. Minor damage. Colossal's Steam Engine ability. So Colossal's speed is actually going to rise drastically thanks to that. It may now be the quickest Pokemon on the field. And it's going to go with a Reflect. Colossal's usual base speed is only 30. The Steam Engine could be very beneficial depending on how this battle goes. Bouffalant now. It's going to go with a Hurricane. Magmortar will avoid the attack, however. Colossal is actually now the quickest Pokemon on the field, and it's going to go with a Bind. Targeting Bouffalant. Bouffalant's going to start taking damage in between turns thanks to that. Magmortar is going to go with that Phantom Force. Like we said, it's not going to hit anybody, so Bewear, it being immune to the attack, takes no damage. Water Pledge now coming from Bewear. Now this should be super effective, and it goes for Colossal. Massive damage, taking it down into the yellow. Bouffalant looking to capitalize, could potentially finish it off. And it's going to go with an Explosion. So late in the battle. Everybody takes damage. And it's going to wipe out everybody on the field. Bouffalant is gone. Bewear is gone. It's not very effective on Colossal, but even Colossal is gone. And Magmortar took massive damage from that. So Magmortar is gone, which means the Goldenrod Giants are going to win because they still have one Pokemon, which we do not know who it was, remaining on the bench. Unbelievable win. That's 2 losses in a row now for the Cinnabar Flare, and in terrible circumstances. And it just got off to a horrible start with Arcanine eliminating itself. I can't believe that. A Pokemon that's been so impressive so far this season, doing something like that. And then it was just tit for tat. Each Pokemon taking damage, everybody taking down opponents, but that explosion, like I said, unbelievable. And Charizard even eliminating its own teammates. Something is going wrong with the Cinnabar Flare here. Those 2 losses 2 weeks in a row are not good. They definitely need to bounce back from this. And next week, they'll be hosting the Heart Home Haunts, who have been very good so far this season, and they're trying to get back to their winning ways. So we will see, hopefully what will be an amazing match between the Cinnabar Flare and the Heart Home Haunts next week, who can get that higher spot on the ladder. Goldenrod Giants with an amazing win over a top team, who actually also beat... they lost to the Heart Home Haunts earlier in the season. But next week, Goldenrod Giants will be going to Rustboro City to take on the Rustboro Rockies, the other team who beat the Cinnabar Flare. But that explosion, taking everybody off the field, the Goldenrod Giants are so lucky they had somebody else left. Otherwise, we would have had our first draw ever here in the Elite Challenge League. So we're still yet to see a tie battle. Unbelievable though, I can't believe that happened. That explosion just wiping everybody out. But Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field. And always remember, you are awesome, and I will speak to you next time.